Welcome back to some more Let's Play Cave Story Plus. Last time, we got sent to the Labyrinth, where we started making our way through this unknown area. We also managed to help Curly Brace, who also got sent here. We then, struggled a little with Monster X, but we prevailed. So, let's, keep going, shall we? Ooh, nice little door. Through we go. Whoa. Huh? Professor Booster? Now, admittedly, this is a huge cutoff point in the game. If up to this point you've helped Curly Brace, and you've done many other things, you have the choice of coming down here and talking to Professor Booster. Do not do this. This will lock you out of the true ending of the game if you talk to him. For prosperity's sake, we'll show it off.
Why are you here? I see. Misery sent you down here, too. This might be good luck arising from misfortune. The thing is, this island floats in the sky because of some kind of life force. I recently uncovered the location of that life force. Somewhere in this labyrinth lies that life force. If it can be destroyed, then the functions of the island might just cease. Right about now, I think the doctor should surely be in a huge panic. You were sent into the heart of this island. Wait, I have something for you. This is the booster version 0.8. This little machine will help you fly into the air. It's the only one of its kind. Please take it.
So, I guess I was a little wrong. You can talk to him, but when he offers you this item, tell him no.
What? It don't want it. Well, I suppose it is incomplete, but if you change your mind, come back and see me. It's not like I'm going anywhere.
So yeah, do not take the booster from him. You can still get the exposition, and you can just completely skip him if you want. Normally, that's what I do. But I at least wanted to show you what he has to say. While having the booster is nice, it's effectively your double jump. Should you wait, like he said, it will be actually completed, because he mentioned it was incomplete. And, yeah, I'm not very good at the platforming. I really do wish I had it right about now, but, we will prevail without it. Still, make sure you don't grab that. It will hurt you more than help you. Which is kind of weird that, you know, an item they offer you, which seems like a really huge upgrade, and frankly it is a negative. Still, like many other things in this game, if you have patience and wait it out, you will receive better rewards. It's kind of a nice memento, or, I guess, know the word I'm looking for. A nice gesture, I think is what I want to say, that having patience will, yield good results, usually. Now, I'm sure you're running out of patience with me, but, well, it is what it is. I'll cut back to when I actually make the jump. All right, come on, baby. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh. There we go. Goodness. Whew, this really makes you, probably regret not getting the upgrades, but, trust me, it's worth it to not pick up the booster right now. Make sure you don't if you want the true ending. Oh, hi, Curly.
You made it. I've been waiting for you to get here all this time. If this rock is moved, we can continue onwards to the labyrinth exit. Rumor has it that there's a creature's lair up ahead. Be prepared for anything. Well then, let's move this boulder to the side. Hold that end and then... All right. So, let's go.
Boom!
It won't move at all. Maybe it's impossible to move with only the two of us.
Oh, yeah!
Hey, it's you!
So you are alive. And on top of that, you two are trying to escape from the labyrinth. Shouldn't you be resting instead of trying to make an escape, eh? Remember that you can't defy the master any more than I can. Fine then. I'm ending this. Just stay here with the rest of the scrap metal.
Oh, this is perfect. You can grab the middle. Ready?
Are you two listening to me at all? Oh? So yeah, surprise boss fight with Balrog. He's, upgraded and frankly, he does a lot of damage. If you aren't ready for him, he will certainly beat you to a pulp. And, unfortunately, that means you have to make the jump again, which, yeah, I'll be back. Whew, alright. We've made it back across. Now that we know Balrog is going to, try to fight us, we will, have our missile launcher ready. Hi, buddy. Alright. Oh, it's empty. I'm a fool. Now, if you noticed there, actually being, like, in Balrog doesn't actually hurt you, which is kind of interesting. So, frankly, it's not the worst idea to try to just stay inside of him while throwing swords. I believe it's only those missiles, and when he actually jumps on top of you that hurts you. So, knowing that makes this fight a lot easier. And we defeated Balrog. Defeated again. I'll move the rock for you. But in return, keep the fact that I helped move it for you a secret.
Don't you worry. Here goes.
Got it? Me helping you guys, it's our little secret.
Right. He might actually be one of the good guys.
Yeah, so for beating him, thank goodness, they give you a save point. And you receive the powered up missiles, which, thank goodness. These are much more powerful. If you also notice, it completely resets your level. So, that kind of sucks. Oh well. Also, if you're in hard mode, you won't get these. Anyways, hey Curly.
Now, come on, it's onto the lair.
So, if you've done everything correctly up to this point and helped Curly brace, she'll be with you. Now, in order for this to have happened, you need to have denied the booster and have helped her get the medicine. It's kind of a tall order, but it's not the hardest thing. So yeah, at this point, I would recommend using this time to level up your new missile launcher, because frankly, Curly is kind of a beast. She does some really good damage and will kind of carry you through this section, which is kind of funny. There we go. Luckily, too, none of the enemies here are all that difficult. The worst guys are the little ninja roaches. I already forget what their name was. I've been so distracted with fighting that, frankly, I forgot what they mentioned their name was. So, whoopsies. Ow. Yeah, maybe don't be like me and get hit by everything. While Curly is a good fighter, she can't dodge things for you, so keep that in mind. Yeesh. Admittedly, too, this is another area where the King Blade, I keep calling it the King Blade, it's called just the Blade, or, you know, the Blade, but it was King, so I always refer to it as the King Blade. Just one of those little things. Yeah, don't be afraid to use some powerful things here, because frankly, these enemies kinda are asking for it. Also, too, if you are struggling a little, maybe just sit back and let Curly deal with things. She will eventually kill them. It's just, you know, a matter of eventually. So, maybe don't rely on her for everything. She is handy, though. And I also think it's really cool that if you've done everything right, she's actually here with you, which is really fun. Come on, Curly. Nice. She got him. Ow. Yeah, I keep just getting hit. Ugh. There we go. I would really like that health. Now, if I could actually platform and not die, that would be even better. Uh-oh. I am playing a very dangerous game right now. Let's, just use the good old fireball. seeing as we obviously know how that works. Man, I've not been very careful. Look, I never said I was very good at this game. I mean, evidently I've never gotten the true ending, so, clearly I'm not the best at it. I mean, oh well. Whee! Now, ideally, if we could get some health, that would be very nice. I would like some HP, please. Whew, all right. Get some levels for all of our things. Get some health back. It's ideal. Luckily, these little eggs aren't enemies, which, thank goodness. Come on, baby, give me some EXP. Thank you. All right, I think everything, yeah, but the missile launcher's at max. That is good. So yeah, here's your ideal little farming spot, is this enemy. Now, unfortunately, with Curly here, she's probably going to kill it before you can really farm up as much as you would like. But, it is what it is. Also, oh my gosh. Curly, I'm going to be so honest. I'm not in a good way right now. Ooh. Still, I will take all these. Very useful. Come on. Alright, I'll hit you first. If you insist. I would really like this health. Thank you. Yeah, this segment's a little scary because you probably haven't had a proper heal in a bit. So, yeah. The other downside, too, is that because we've denied the booster, we can't go back and grab that little item right now, which we saw in the clinic. So later on, once we come back with the upgraded booster, we certainly will be able to. Just right now, we really can't. Now here's the other thing. Curly is made for aquatic combat. We are not. Let her handle the things down there, though that HP does look really good. Frankly, I will risk it for a little extra health, because frankly, we really need it. Look, we may be a combat robot, but we know our limits. Also, I will say, I love the music here. It's so just cheery and upbeat and like, let's go do it, you know? Like me and you. It's so fun. Even if, you know, maybe some of the enemies here aren't. Oh, goodness, I hate that jump. This is a super not fun hallway. Yeah, frankly, this is a use it if you have it scenario. While I don't normally recommend going guns blazing, it's helpful. There's a button. You press it. Huh. Alright, nice. If I remember correctly, this part is... Yeah, okay. Whew. Also, there's a teleporter. Which will bring you to the Labyrinth shop. So yeah, this is a super nice teleport that, frankly, I would recommend coming back to and saving your game, because you're not going to get a better chance for a minute. I would also recommend using these guys to farm up any necessary supplies that you might need. Whether it be levels, health, you name it, I would do it here. Even if it takes you a little minute, it's worth doing. So, I'll see you in just a minute once I'm done farming my HP back. Alright, I would say we've gotten more than enough health. 35? It's probably good enough. I also managed to get the missile launcher to level 3, so that's nice. And I got, you know, a few missiles. Now, the biggest downside is that should you come back this way, you can't jump back up. So, you're going to have to walk all the way back, which is admittedly a pain. It sucks, but frankly, I would still recommend doing it just so you can get your save and have things out of the way. If you don't, like I said, you're going to be going a little while before you can really save things properly. So, keep that in mind. Still, it means you're going to have to make that really horrible jump, but you should be alright. So, I'll meet you back there. Now, one thing I do want to mention before we get back to where we need to go, if you are tricky, and you might have noticed this before, when you take damage, you get boosted a little bit. If you notice, there's a very convenient little purple enemy here. Should you, I believe, time your jump correctly and get damaged by him, he'll boost you up to that little area. So let's give it a shot, shall we? Yep, just like that. So if you don't have the booster, you can come through this way and pick up the arms barrier. Frankly, you're not supposed to have this yet, but it is worth getting via the damage boost. The arms barrier helps you sustain your weapon energy. Weapon energy lost from sustaining damage is halved. So effectively, this makes it that much easier to keep your weapon levels. I would recommend doing the little damage boost right now to get this if you didn't grab the booster. Frankly, that's another reason why at this point I would recommend saving where we did, just so that way you can come back and grab this if you denied the booster and, you know, are kind of sick of losing your weapon levels like I am. I wouldn't blame you for that. So, anyways, I'll meet you back where Curly is. Alright, now that we're back, let's get in here and kick some butt, shall we? While we are back at the very beginning, at least all of our stuff is leveled up and we're, you know, nice and healed. Plus, we have the arms barrier now, which is super useful. Like I said, you're not supposed to have this yet if you didn't get the booster. So, if you want to play the game how it's intended, with its difficulty and all, then don't pick up the booster by doing that little damage boost. Still, I would recommend it, especially if, you know, you're a little new at the game. It's seriously going to save you a lot of grinding you have to do, because, frankly, having the experience lost on hit is super nice. Ow. Also, like the old missile launcher, the upgraded one just shoots more missiles. So, it's pretty darn good. This is frankly the one that, you know, is really going to be shredding through bosses. Ow. Ow. Man, I'm just not doing great with not taking damage. Admittedly, this section is kind of hard. If you're not used to how the game plays, you know, like expressly, then you're probably going to struggle a little bit like I do here. It's nothing to be ashamed about, just understand that things will be getting harder from here on out. So, if you can't handle the heat, maybe do a little more practice than maybe I've done. But, hey, it should be all good. So, back down we go. And beside, I think taking that little excursion to grab all the things we missed was definitely worth it. And I mean, this area is short enough that it's not too bad going back. But I do definitely like getting the save after, you know, doing everything and just redoing this little part. Because frankly, while it is a little tough, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, sure, maybe it's not the easiest segment, but it's at least, you know, fun, I think. Plus, you get to spend more time with Curly this way, which, hey, who doesn't want that? Right? I mean, you know, she's Curly Brace. She's super nice. Right, good deal. Now, admittedly, I'm not doing great on health again, but at least our weapon levels are doing better than I believe they were. I might be wrong on that. So yeah, like before, let Curly handle the other underwater stuff. I do want the health, though. That's the only bad part about not having any enhanced mobility, is that, frankly, you're probably going to really struggle. And the game knows that. It's designed with that in mind, understanding that if you forego the booster, this is going to be harder. But that's what the game demands of you if you want the true endings. You're going to have to suffer for a bit. By the end of the game, though, you'll be much more powerful than if you were impatient and, say, took the machine gun, or lost the polar star, or even had the booster. They're nice perks, but they're not worth losing out on the other things you get later. So keep that in mind. I'm going to be so honest, I'm just going to use missiles here. I really don't want to deal with the damage these guys do. Yeesh. I would like the big level. Thank you. Really like that health, but it's gone. Ooh. Oh, goodness. We are back in a very sticky situation again. Kind of like we were last time. So, yeah, that's maybe not great. We'll probably be fine. Ooh, these guys dropped us nice health. So, we will certainly take that. These are another enemy that, frankly, I really like the bubbling for. I feel like this thing is very useful throughout most of the game. It's a super great weapon that if you never picked it up, I would really recommend going to grab it. I mean, sure, it might be a little out of your way, but I think it's worth it. Now, obviously, too, if you can keep the blade leveled up, it's extremely powerful. The biggest downside is that anytime you get hit, it will level down. So, you know.
Are we still in the labyrinth? We can't pass through here. We're gonna have to keep moving forward.
Indeed we are. Yeah, if I were you, take your little save and keep heading forward. There's not much else for it. Welcome to the core. If you have made it to this point in the game, and you want the true ending, there are some things you need to do here. I will point them out. And to be fair, so long as you've been following what we've been doing, you should be fine. So, let's open up the blast door. That'll let Curly progress, which I believe she has some dialogue here, so I guess let me go talk to her real quick before we move on completely.
This blast door, it's only opened halfway. I think it must be caught on something.
And so yeah, you hit the blast door, and you hear the sound of something breaking free. Alright.
Blast door after blast door. There's something behind all this crazy security. Don't you think so too?
I do. And if you notice, there's a little computer down there after a whole bunch of water. So, once you break that blast door, I believe there's a way to get down there. Ah, yes, there you go. Come back up here, and you can lower the lift. It's a nice versatile switch. Lift lowered. Very nice. So yeah, this little bit is a little scary, admittedly. Anything water related in this game is kind of terrifying. It's not great. Also, another big thing, understand that this water rises and lowers. That's a very important thing coming up for the fight ahead. Once you open up that blast door, if you want to be absolutely safe, I would recommend going back through the door and saving, at least assuming you can. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. So at this point, once you've opened up all the blast doors, come back and save your game. Trust me on this. You're ready. Progress on through. Now, remember that thing I said you need to do? Do not go up and talk to Curly Brace yet. You want to come all the way over here. If you have done everything right, there will be something down here. There's something wrapped around a broken robot's arm. Will you take it? We will. This is the tow rope. If you have not helped Curly, if you have taken the booster, this item will not be here. So make sure that if you want the true ending, that item is there. Otherwise, you've done something wrong. I want to say even taking the machine gun will make it so that doesn't show up. I don't remember if that's actually true, but I feel like I remember that is another condition. Hey, Curly.
Look, a soldier from the surface. He's been nearly destroyed. There are others like this one all over the place. Who did this? It couldn't have been a Mimiga. How could this happen? It's still functional.
Rebooting. Team 9 terminated. Unable to eliminate the target. Destruction of target is impossible with currently equipped firepower. Retreat. Retreat. Uh-oh.
Welcome to your boss fight. This is not a very fun fight. And unfortunately, out again? Yeah, Curly isn't here to help you. If you can get nice and close, use the blade. It'll seriously help you in this fight. All these little projectiles are not fun. The biggest trick with this fight is make sure you stay as high up as you can. Should you level down, which is kind of inevitable, feel free to hop down and try to grab some of the experience. But like I said, stay as high up here as you can. Otherwise, you're in for some serious hurt. Otherwise, if you're having a bit of a tough time dealing with all the projectiles, I would recommend using the bubbling. This is a pretty hard fight. As you notice, he pulls some real nasty tricks. Unfortunately, you're probably going to take quite a bit of damage, and you may have to try this fight more than once. So, you know, that's why I made sure that you go back and save. Now, if you really want to be, you know, nitpicky, feel free to go back and grab the tow rope and then go save. It'll save you a little bit of time having to do this every single time, but frankly, I don't mind doing it. Plus, I like hearing the little jingle every time. It's fun. The only bad thing is that we don't have a lot of missiles. In fact, we have promptly 0. So really, the blade is kind of our best bet. Whoops. Go. So let's get right up in here. Now, as you can see, you can obviously get a little closer down here. I wouldn't recommend it. You're opening yourself up to some serious punishment if you go down here. The biggest issue, namely, is that your air meter is going to seriously constrict and limit you down there. That's why you want to be really careful about coming down here. As you can see, your air drains very quickly, and if you're not careful, you're going to struggle. The game is nice in the fact that it at least increases your air whenever back to 100 when you go back up. But other than that, it's kind of mean. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. Yeah, this segment's also not super fun. If I were you, just get back up as far as you can. Try to avoid the projectiles. And otherwise, keep it as tight as you can. This is not a super easy boss. I'm not going to lie. He's not meant to be easy either. So keep that in mind. If you're struggling, it's natural. Oh boy. I would really like some air right about now. Yeah, generally speaking, the higher up you can stay, the better, because more air is just generally speaking better. Now, if I were you, try to build up your missiles as much as you can. You're going to want them. Because once you get the boss low enough, I believe you have really no choice but to just try to kill him as quick as you can. Because he'll start pulling some real not fun stuff. Uh-oh. Come on, let's get back up there. Woo! See if we can go in for the kill. All right, we got him.
You did it? How? Hey, that's the same witch who zapped me. Are those children safe? Shut it. Don't act like your mother. Do you even know what this thing is? Huh? This is the reason why I hate robots. This is the heart of the island. The island will fall if this stops. Do you really want to die along with this island? You stupid fool.
Misery, what are you doing? Move the core to the lab now, while you still have time.
What?
Uh-oh. Curly? A little bit of help. I, can't breathe. Uh-oh. And, oh, there's no way out. This isn't good. Losing consciousness.